you into Comedy Jonah.
We're
Hello.
back.
We're
baby.
back.
Our backgrounds
Hello.
are catching up with us on our next show, but we're back.
If there is a next show, we'll see. Eric wants to throw in the. I'm very angry. Let me tell you.
What's going on?
I
Pick a feeling
just-
word. What's happening right here? What's going on?
What's going on is that I did the interview with Janine, and despite everything working, I played it back and there's something wrong with my audio. I don't know how to fix it, so I guess that's what I'm doing for the next week. But Janine gave like tea. Like she actually gave tea. Like I have Janine tea. Well, let me tell you this. So I finished it and I uploaded it to YouTube, and YouTube will not upload it. I have no idea why. I keep trying to upload the interview. It keeps going, there is a problem with your upload. I watched the interview back. It plays back fine on my computer. It's a great interview, but now YouTube won't accept it because nothing works.
I knew she was going to have tea, but I think first we got to kind of do our intro, where to find us, what we're doing, where we're at.
Yeah, you know. Sure. Sure. Why not? No, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the show. If you're new, make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you are watching. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all those places. We really appreciate when you do that, as well as sharing the show. Tell a friend, tell a family member. More specifically, tell someone who can figure out why the microphones are not working, because I would really appreciate that. There's thousands of dollars of equipment, and now it's not working. Anyway, you can also tweet us your questions using hashtag YRRLive. You can visit our website for the past 12 years of shows, yourrealityrecaps.com. And more importantly, if you need a place to watch Big Brother, we always stream the East Coast airings and we're watching the dailies at night and doing all that fun stuff. So, check that out on our Discord, yourrealityrecaps.com/Discord.
And you were saying too, I saw some of your X coverage, your X Twitter coverage. You said the dailies are actually really good this season, right? Like they started it last season, no one was happy, no live feeds, but now we're getting some good stuff in those dailies.
I mean, I think that the dailies are great. Yeah, I am actually liking them.
Better than last season.
Way better than last season.
Yeah.
And I get it. Everybody is going to say, we want the live feeds, blah, blah, blah. I think there are some people that like the live feeds hold people accountable. Okay, Canada never has a problem holding people accountable. I get it for US, but don't be ridiculous. Canada holds people plenty accountable.
Accountable to what? Being trapped in a house with strangers? How would you act? Yeah.
How would you? But yeah. So no. Yeah and no. Yeah, no is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm saying yeah, no.
Okay.
I forgot what we were saying. I also am having severe dementia problems of my own.
Pretty soon it's just going to be me, right? You're just going to be half in the background. Is Eric producing? Does he remember where he is?
Probably not. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go.
No, you go.
No, you go, please.
It's been a while. We've got to figure out our rhythm again. It's been a while. I was excited to see Spicy V back.
Okay, now why? Because you were so excited for her to just turn on the girls and do whatever Anthony wants?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Are you Team Anthony for real, or are you just kidding?
Listen, I wasn't at first. But when we saw the episode and we learned about his good friend who passed away, and I thought, oh, he can cry. Like he's not a robot or some macho man or some misogynist man. He's a human. So he's weighing on me a little bit. And, the way he's playing the game, the way he's looking at everybody, he's being real strategic. I like that. I like the thinking. I like the strategy.
Okay, so I would like to point out we are how far into this?
Comedy Jones show.
About 5 minutes into the show, and let's bring up a little reminder for everyone. Casual viewer right here. Casual viewer. Okay.
Not a day, not a daily viewer.
Not a live feed or a daily viewer, but casual. No, I mean, look, here's what's clear. Number one, the loss of anyone in your life is horrific, and I couldn't imagine having to grieve that while being on the show. I think that's totally a side note. I don't want to say irrelevant to the game. It's relevant to his life, but I saw someone say that definitely wasn't me. There was one part on the live feeds where he literally like went over to the freezer and like opened the door and like was crying in the freezer. And I literally said to myself, "Boy, I remember how I tuned into one
I
of
used to do that.
well, I still do that, but my point is, it's like, I remember when I used to watch shows how people would mock people like Nicole Anthony for being overly emotional, and now they're crying in a freezer.
Yeah.
But I get it. I've been there.
Well, I mean, when he made the comment, like, I'm going to do so great this season, I'm going to be the most popular, famous North American Big Brother player. And I was like, first of all, I don't remember him, right? I mean, his nickname's Dougie, but it's Anthony. And so I had to literally kind of go back and kind of do a little research. I knew who Spicy V was. I know she's sporadic and crazy and creates chaos. That's why I like her. It's not going to be dull. But I had trouble reminding myself who Anthony was. And for him to say that, I'm just thinking, all the Rachel Rileys and the Janelles, really? You're going to be more popular than them? You know what I mean? Or the Dan, all of them. So I thought you're very, very full of yourself. But I tried to push that aside through all the tears that he had. Some of the way he's kind of playing the game. It's kind of strategic. I like the strategery with it. And he's using Spicy V to his advantage. So I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like a party clown. She's just like a party favorite. I'm here. Say whatever you want. I'm going to agree. Yeah, but that's why I like her.
I mean, I have so many thoughts. Number one, here's the thing. I think Anthony's hot, and he has that going for him. His first season, if people remember, or if you go back and watch our interview with
Dane, this is the season Dane won.
The season Dane won, but if you go back and watch the interview that we did with him then, it's on our YouTube, Anthony was very much called me out and was not a fan of me because I felt he was extremely misogynistic on his season.
Yeah.
And I feel like this season, Anthony has learned from that. I forget what
We're a learning show. We're a learning show.
Well, it's more like, did he learn, or is he just know how to deal with the feeds and the people better? Like, did he really change, or does he understand I can't talk to the women like that anymore? So now I'm going to be extra caring to the women.
Maybe that's why I'm single.
Maybe that's why I'm single.
But maybe he got some good PR training. Maybe. I mean, who knows if he's changed?
He's changed. He's clearly changed. If you watch the live feeds, the way he talks to people in the house now, especially the women, I am very much just like, wow, he has turned a leaf, definitely. Because just on his original season, he was very much like, I don't care what you think, go cry in a corner to like a girl. And now he's very much like, do we need to talk about your feelings? Are you a delicate flower? Do I need to water you? I want to make sure that you're getting the nutrients that you need. Do you need a hug?
Yeah.
So he's very much like, at least whether it's sincere or not, and I want to believe that it's sincere, but whether it's sincere or not, at least he's learned from how he
Isn't that what we want? The show held him accountable. Our interview held him accountable. And now look.
I think it's what we want. If it's sincere. If it's fake, then it's just fake. I mean, we want it for the game. We love it for the game. I don't know. I am like, here's my point. I am liking him more this season than his last season. And I think he's playing a good game. I have to say, and I hate to say, I'm very disappointed in Spicy because I feel this was a season where the girls could have worked together. Like they all idolized Spicy.
No,
She had the power to hold them together, and she decided I was going to do what Anthony wants instead. You disagree?
I disagree. How can like a huge alliance like that stay together week one to the end of this game? That's ridiculous to think.
Well, not to the end of this game, because obviously people are going to have to start turning on each other. But it was, let me put it to you this way, it was a season where I've seen the most girls ever willing
Yeah,
to work with each other.
that's true. But
And
we've seen seasons where the girls say that, and the girls can never get it together. I don't care what continent you're on.
well, I think that they would have. I think 100% they would have. It, like they can still break off into their separate groups, but I believe they would have put the women first had not the catalyst of the start of the season been Spicy running to Anthony and saying, "There's a girl alliance, blow it up. Janine's at the head of it." And to that point, I will also say I get what Spicy is saying as well. Like, here's my problem. I feel Anthony, it's not really a problem. I feel Anthony has learned from the way he played the game previously and he is adapting. I almost feel like Spicy is trying to play to the fans or the
Yeah,
editors or the show
the
because
fans,
she's like,
the editors, and she's
yeah,
aligned herself with
yeah,
an all-star that never was on the block and got to final two.
yeah,
Yeah, screw the girls. Whatever gender you are, screw that. Get
yeah,
yourself. Have two all-stars in the final two. Like Dougie was saying, that would be epic. It would be epic for Canada,
yeah.
for the Big
I don't.
Brother universe. Yeah, she doesn't know how to play. What was she like, sixth out? I mean, she didn't do a great job. She caused chaos. She caused uproar in her season. Yeah, I would align myself with
Yeah,
Dougie as well.
and
That's smart.
and that's the Spicy I want. I want the Spicy that's gonna gather the girls together, go after Anthony, go after the guys, cause an
It's
uproar, not be like,
stupid.
I'll do
You
whatever
know
Anthony
Anthony
wants.
better than you know these strangers. Why would you
She
do
doesn't
that?
know Anthony.
Knows a lot more about him than these strangers. Even if she watched his season and all the live feeds, she'd still have a better sense of him versus Donna, who's the artist. I mean, come
You
on.
don't like Donna?
Oh, Donna drives me nuts.
Why? Why don't you like Donna?
She is just has to have constant attention. I was just
She's
like,
growing on me.
she's gorgeous, but yeah, in her intro video, and she's just like, I was in finance, but now I'm an artist, and I'm looking at her artwork, and I'm just like, stick to finance, okay? Unless it's more of a mosaic kind of form you're going for. But no. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I agree. Lost in chat says, do you think Spicy's allegiance to Anthony will be her downfall, or is it a long game to lead to Anthony's downfall?
Yeah,
I mean, there's no question in my mind that Anthony will cut Spicy
of
the first
course.
chance it will benefit his game. Where I think Spicy, and this is where I say I feel like Spicy is playing more to what she thinks the edit of the show should be. Where like I feel like Spicy will be like, I need to go down on my sword for Anthony in the future. Where I
If
don't
she
think
does
that
that,
Anthony.
that would disappoint me with Spicy. I
But she's
think
already doing it.
I think it's part of her gameplay. We're in week one, people. Calm down. Like it's week
Yeah.
one. Okay. What I thought was interesting about Spicy was when she was sitting on the couch with Janine and was like, I need to tell you something. You're gonna see this when you watch the show. And it's just like, okay, we haven't even had the eviction vote yet. Why are you starting to say things? It's so stupid. Stupid moves like that, I think, are disappointing. Spicy, doing stupid things like that. But I like the chaos that she's doing. Like, Like Lexus, boy, we don't really hear any information out of her. What's she doing besides cuddling with Dougie? You know what I mean? Like she's keeping the chaos going. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And they're all falling for it. Like Donna just like, she's right. We're not really talking to her. We're not hearing any game. Like that's the stuff that I love to see and watch.
Can I just give you a spoiler of the Janine interview, which I felt bad
Please.
because I kind of
I
like.
feel so bad because I really liked Janine. I wanted her to go.
No, I love
farther.
her.
I love
literally
her too.
love her.
I think was great. I think, yeah. Yes, give me a spoiler. I need something. I need my fix.
So I said this to Janine. I basically go, so were you surprised to learn about Spicy? She answers that. Yeah, she's so surprised. And then she goes on and on about how she wants the girls to work together and they need to be a unit and they have to do everything they can to stick together. So then I went, okay, so why then did you feel that you should have maybe told the other girls that they couldn't trust Spicy? And she goes, no. And then I go, why? She goes, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Arissa was talking about like, listen, Spicy gave you a ton of information, a bunch of weapons to use. She didn't use them.
She'd use any of them. And like, I don't
Nothing.
understand. Like, I understand, okay, now you've learned that it was Spicy, but I really didn't get an answer as to why are you then not going to go
Right.
tell some of the other girls, hey, you might want to watch out for Spicy.
Yeah.
What am I
And
missing?
Spicy literally said, Janine literally asked her, did you tell Dougie about the Girls Alliance? And she says, maybe.
No, she said yes, and then she goes, yes, after you
Yeah,
did.
but she said maybe. After you did, yeah.
After you did, or before you did. And again, I'm not, look, here's my thing. I'm not faulting Spicy in the sense that I completely agree she's in a hard situation. Because how does she trust that none of these other girls will go back to Anthony and tell him about the Girls Alliance? I'm not saying that I don't at all understand why Spicy did it or why she felt she needed to do it for game. I'm just saying I'm disappointed. I wish then someone else would have been cast in Spicy's place that
Like who?
would not Ika, anyone, Karen.
I mean, I
any-
love Ika, but yeah. And oh gosh.
Anybody that would not have been like, I'm going to do that. I want to see a female player go in there and be like, I'm not going to just work with the guys because I want. There is a line in the sand, and yes, I'm drawing it week 1. That's what I want to say. Because I just feel we have watched Anthony's game before, and his loyalty will never be to Spicy. And I don't understand how she doesn't know that if she knows his game.
Well, I really, when Dougie was talking to her about, hey, this isn't about gender, this isn't about anything, this is about getting us to the top, to the best way we can. Who can we manipulate? We've got these super fans. I thought it was interesting, his perspective about Dennis when he won the POV and the fact that, okay, Tola was going to go up if Janine or Avery were taken down. But then it was just like, okay, well, if Dennis is smart, he'll keep it the same way. But Dennis is just like, I'm a super fan. Like, this is what I'm doing. I didn't need to win it, but I wanted to win it because I'm a fan, and then flirted with possibly using the veto. Those are the kind of people Dougie was like, we need to get them out. They cannot have their own mind and their own thinking because it's not going to benefit his game. Like, that strategery I like. The fact that even Dougie was sweating a little bit with Dennis's decision. You know what I mean? But in the end, he made the best decision for his game because it's week 1. Like, you don't make those types of moves. You don't need to do that right now. It would have been great for Janine to make some big moves when she was literally handed a bunch of weapons and didn't do anything with them. Like, it would have been great if she would have blown the house up, right? But she didn't. And Arissa called her on it, and you called her on it. It's like...
Kat says, to me, Anthony is just full of hot air. How can they not see it? And Destiny says, I think he will be loyal to her to the end game. They name their alliance after his dead friend. You mean Bruce? Number one. And I don't think that should have anything to do with the game. Sorry. And I just feel like if these roles were reversed and Anthony was watching this game and critiquing people playing the game, he would be like, I don't care about anybody in your family or your personal life
Yeah.
and anything that was happening. Get it out of the game. It has no place in the
Yeah.
game. Blah, 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 blah. So that to me is irrelevant. Again,
Yeah.
real world, so sad that it's happening, but I don't, I get it. It's affecting his life and it's sad for him personally. I don't think it should be
It's
something
nice
like
to see
using
that he
it.
has emotions. It's nice that he's not being maybe so misogynist. Like I
Yeah.
love all of that. Everybody can say Anthony's full of hot air as much as he wants. He's thinking, he's playing the game. That's why I
Yeah.
like watching this game, because he's playing it.
He's 100% playing a higher tiered level
Yeah.
game than other people in the house. 100% for sure. For sure he
No.
is. But he's also able to do that because Spicy is giving him all the information.
Right, which he set up in motion.
Right? No, I agree.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
that's
but then
where I'm
you've got
saying
someone like, Vivek, who is, up bright and early in the morning talking to everyone. Hey, how's that coffee? Oh, you want to talk? Should we go in there and talk? Should we go to the Edie room and the skip room and the jump rope room? Like, let's talk. Like, he's now kind of been exposed, like, he's the only one doing this. Do you know what I mean? I can't believe that, when we saw the HOH room, there has never been cameras of the house in the HOH room in Canada before.
yeah.
We've always
well,
had them in the U.S., but there was never cameras in the HOH room before in Canada.
Oh no. No, I love that they were like he
Freaking
brought out the thing.
out.
Well, I just love that they brought out the little stream. That's literally what I use on this show. And when they brought it out, I'm like, oh, that's what they're using now
That
to
little
control the
box
camera.
with the buttons.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I never noticed that. And then we didn't hear the Wendy's right away. And I'm like, no Wendy's? Like, what's happening? But we saw that we got Wendy's later. Because, the only time I eat Wendy's is on this show.
Seriously?
The last time
Um,
I ate Wendy's was with you.
Okay. Law says Johnny Fairplay killed off his grandmother. Anything said in the game can be taken with a grain of salt. Anthony could be naming an alliance after a dead friend, knowing that it would be looked at as nobody would go back on that due to the honoring of a dead friend.
Or fake a funeral like Dan did. Come on. It's a game.
It's a game.
Do it-
No, it's
yeah.
a game. I agree.
You
It's a
know,
game. Look, here's
And
my
at first,
look,
too, I didn't even know if the friend thing was real. Like, I don't know if he's playing for the cameras. It wasn't until he was picking up the Wendy's from Dane where Dane and him are super close. And he knew the friend. So I was like, okay, the death of the friend is real. That's
Yeah.
how I was
I mean,
confirmed. Yeah.
I will be floored if we find out the death of the friend is fake. Like, I would be full lord, but I think it's real.
I was like, he learned nothing. He is a big...
Cock. Well, I bet. Like I said, Anthony is always one good to look at.
Todd's not bad
No.
either.
What?
Mm.
Todd, the leprechaun?
Is he short? Is he short?
No, he talks like this in top of the morning to you, and I want to go and eat my Lucky Charms.
He's got a pot of gold.
I got to put the gold in. I
And
want to
he's
get eat my
cute.
Lucky Charms. No, oh God. Was it on the show last night? Or I can never remember what's on the show versus what's on the live feeds. Was the live feeds last night? Or was the show when they showed the giant photo of them and they did the what
Yes,
you
it was on the
ordered
show.
versus what you ordered versus what you received with Todd? Like they showed Todd like in
no.
the suit.
No.
Oh, maybe that was on
Oh,
the feeds
yes,
then.
it was on the show. Like, they're like, how can you look like that when you're
Right.
look like this right now in front of us?
And then he talked like this, and every day he mumbled, and he sounds like a little mumbling leprechaun. He's a little mumbly leprechaun. Can't tell nothing.
So
Just leave, Todd.
Cute. I love it.
No, leave, Todd. Todd, get out
yummy.
of the game. Leave. Todd needs to go.
No, Todd needs to stay a little bit longer. He needs to get in the jacuzzi more.
Oh, that's how I feel about Matthew. And it's like, hello,
Ugh.
Matthew, take your clothes off already. I'm waiting 10
Yeah, and
years
your
later.
white, hairless body with your 12-year-old boy chest. Yay!
How do you know? He hasn't taken his clothes off. How do you know
You
what he
could
looks
just
like?
tell. You just tell by
And
the
he's
nipples
and
through
he's
the
in his
shirt.
30s, by the way.
You can tell by the nipples through the shirt.
Oh, please. Um, Todd getting called what you order versus what you get. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's what we're saying. He does look better when cleaning himself up. I agree with that as
Yes.
well.
I mean, that's how he's
Um,
going to present in public. Who cares? You guys are just like hanging out at home, having sex, having meals. It's like, oh, do whatever you want. Fart. I don't care. He cleans up when
no,
you have company. Sure, love it.
I care. My favorite is when he was like, I think he was talking to Vivek in the pool room, and he was like, I just want you to know that I play stupid.
Oh yeah.
I play stupid. No, I don't think you're playing, girl. No, I think this is full
No,
stupid.
he was saying you're taking it out of context of my future lover that he likes to play stupid, but he's not stupid. Like he
Yeah,
surprises people,
I
right?
think the
And
person
then
he surprises is himself.
in a later conversation, he's kind of the one that brings up, Vivek's, talking to other people, one-on-ones, a lot of one-on-one conversations, and it's obvious, like he's playing the game really hard, and he brought that to people's attention. That
Let
ain't
me ask you
stupid.
this. Let me ask you this, as a casual viewer. What are your thoughts on Vivek? I would like to know, as someone that's only watching the show, and we're at the end of week 1, so you got about 3 hours total of him, and I think for us feed or daily watchers, we probably had like 20 hours. So, what are your thoughts on Vivek? Interested to know.
I flip flop back and forth with him. There's times when I like him, but then he's playing really hard. I feel like there's times he's, up Dougie's butt. And I think he's playing too hard and playing too much of a kiss ass that even Dougie's just like, if he has to go sooner than later, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's playing that great of a game. I think we've seen this time and time. It doesn't matter, which country it is. Those people that are playing the game really fast early on don't make it very far. And so he's amped it up, and you need to relax. You need to get to know people. You can't manipulate somebody if you don't get a sense of who they are. You know what I mean? Or how to lie to them or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
Yeah,
he's not playing a good game.
I loved his story, like about how, his family came here, they were poor, they all lived in one room in the,
One,
motel, and
yeah,
now they own the hotel.
yeah,
Loved it. Loved it. Loved the story. I have to say, watching him on the show, I was not a fan. I was very much like, what are you doing? I don't understand, yada, yada. Watching him on the feeds, I have very much come to like him. I think he genuinely cares about people. I definitely agree with you. He's
mhm,
playing too hard and too fast. What
yeah,
I like about him is he seems to be one of the only people willing to go after Anthony. And that's what I like about
yeah.
him. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And I think, if we want to look at somebody else that's kind of up Anthony's butt is Tola, right? Who
Oh
is
boy.
just, yeah.
Tola is, I will tell you what, Tola is what Janine gave me tea. I have to say, I was waiting for PR to be like, and you have to remove that from the interview. But they didn't. Or at least I haven't checked my email yet, so I'm gonna hope that YouTube will publish that video soon. Before I'm
Well,
told
I
I have to
mean,
take it out. Well, she gave a look because I asked her, why does the house not like Tola? And she had a lot to say. And then she gave a little bit of tea about the POV comp. So you're gonna have to go watch that in the Janine
oh my
interview.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
And I was just like, like you'll see my face when she says it. I'm literally like, and pause for PR to tell me I'm not allowed to use that. Okay,
A
they
little
not. Okay,
timestamp here. Let me do a little timestamp here, a little timestamp there.
let's go ahead and just keep it. So I'm like, I want to get this up right away. So, yeah. So, I mean, what are I think a lot of people from watching just the show, I didn't understand it. I did not understand where is like everyone wanting to go against Tola coming from. When you watch the live feeds, you do get it a little more. It seems like he's very
Yeah.
like a one-upper, very braggadocious, very like I'm gonna be the best at everything I do type of a
Right. He's
personality.
Penelope. So I'm better
Yes.
than you that. So, my father invented oil, so I own all the oil. Yeah. From
I
Saturday Night
invented all.
Live, he's Penelope.
I invented all the his Penelope. Um, you froze doing. Oh, you're freezing a little, but you're fine. Don't worry, you'll be back.
I don't know why I'm
Um,
hardwired in.
thanks, Google Internet. Oh boy. So, while we wait for our comedy Jonah to come back, I see Courtney says, can't wait to hear the tea. He also had Bailey, but not anymore. So, I'm assuming you're referring to the people that you think will go next. I do agree that if we're sitting here and we're looking at a scenario where let me just get rid of comedy Jonah. He's very distracting to me when he's over here. Very distracting. Oh, wait, are you back?
I think my internet went down and just popped back up.
Oh, I was literally just about to kick you off the screen and go solo, and then here you're back. It's like,
Because
oh, and you.
I think it's you, and then all of a sudden it was like all these little pop-up windows try to connect to the internet, and I'm like, oh my god, it is me.
Boy, that
Um,
Google sure is great. Love Google Internet. Okay, let's talk about Dennis for a minute, and then we're gonna get back to what I was just saying. But I want to have that conversation with you. But
sure.
first, let's go to because we're kind of talking about Vivek. Okay, great. So now we're going into this POV. Again, I don't remember if they showed it on the show, but Dennis was in kind of this old people alliance with Janine. And then he turns around and he wins this POV. And it was a lot of, I needed to win the POV because the fan in me couldn't let me lose when I had a chance to win. The fan in you should want you to win the game, number one. And sometimes that means you got to throw a comp that you don't need to win in order to better your game.
And to
'Cause
better
it,
your game as an alliance person like Janine, who could have helped you. But now we know
correct.
Janine can be handed all the weapons in the world and does nothing with them.
Well, no,
Go
I'm
on.
saying I think Janine could have, like, if Dennis wouldn't have won this POV, Janine would have won. And that would have forced Anthony's hand,
Yeah.
created chaos in the house. And Dennis is like, well, I don't want any part of that. You're on Anthony's entourage. You couldn't have been put up. So you are never at risk. You
Not in
literally
danger.
just won.
Yeah.
You literally just won for no reason, sealing the fate of someone that you were in another alliance with.
And could have helped your game.
And guess what?
Huh.
Anthony's coming for ya. So you literally just screwed your whole game, you stupid blue-haired moron.
No, just put a big target on his back. I can win comps. I got out my alliance member, all because I'm a super fan, which is why super fans are dangerous because you cannot control them. They're all over the place.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I agree. Anthony would have had to go against, if that would have happened, Anthony would have had to go against his hot chocolate alliance, or Tola would
Yeah.
have gone up and he would have had to go after his guy alliance. It would have, if Dennis, as the super fan that's so smart, would have thought for 3 seconds, he would have said, this is going to force a lot of blood on Anthony's hands and is going to make him be more of a target for next week. Instead, he's like, well, I got a win under my belt now. Great. That'll probably make you a target
Enjoy.
next week,
Yeah.
dum-dum.
Enjoy your one and only win. We'll talk. We'll talk to you during the interview next week.
And I couldn't even stand it when he's just like, I need this on my resume. And he's acting like he's a comp piece. I'm like, you went into a dark hole and found a puzzle piece on the dirt. You didn't run a triathlon. You weren't hanging on for your life. Week one.
Week one.
No one's going to remember that you went into the hole dressed as a rabbit and found a puzzle piece.
Hey guys, I know this is my, final speech to everyone and to the jury, but remember that hole that I went in?
Remember when I found the puzzle pieces on the floor and then acted like I won a marathon? I was dressed as a
bunny. I had the bunny ears. I won. Remember? I did it the fastest. So
it's kind of like Anthony. It's kind of like Anthony being like, "I'm on the Mount Rushmore of Big Brother." No, you're not.
Again, I didn't know who he was.
No, you're not. Not even a little.
I'm going to be the most famous Big Brother player in North America. Sorry.
Sorry, who are you?
I'm sorry. What was your name?
Yeah, no. But let me tell you, after this season, he might. After this season, he very well might. If he makes it to the end of this game, for me, if he makes it to the end of this game, and he has Spicy doing all of his dirty work. So if he makes it to the end of this game, successfully plays Spicy, cuts her, does all of this, and then wins 100%, I'll say, yeah, you're up there with the Kevins, and you're up there with all those
absolutely.
People.
And I agree with that too. I just don't think. I think there are some smart players, and if they're still in the game, like Vivek and Dennis, and even my
Dennis
little Toddy.
Isn't smart.
My little hot Toddy.
Okay. You should have just stopped at Vivek.
They'll catch on. Catch on to that. They're going to catch on, and hopefully. I don't know why the girls haven't caught on to Spicy. Like, it's shocking that she's convinced them that she is on their side, and she's not.
And I don't understand why Janine knew that Spicy was the one selling them out and was like, no, I've decided not to tell anyone. I just wanted to go, were you paid?
If I was Janine, because what Anthony said that ruined my game, I would be, as soon as I found out, I would have got off the couch and went like, house meeting! House meeting!
Well,
Spicy, you did that. I would have blown everyone's shit up. Like, why didn't she do it?
Well, here's the thing.
Fan.
Well, and I hate to say this, but I think from a psychological level, and this is why I don't like players like Janine, she doesn't need the money. She doesn't need the following. She's literally there because she loves the game and just wants to play the game.
Then play it.
Yeah, but she's not going to play it in a way that hurts her real life.
I just can't believe I'm around all these liars. What did you expect?
Right. She has a brand and an image and followers.
You expect a tea party? Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah. I mean, she's not willing to ruin what she already has in the real world
She should have just stayed home. She could have made more money.
That's why I definitely agree that I need players in there that need the money. I need players in there that think if I walk out that door, I just lost $200,000, which is what makes them walk away from a spicy conversation and go, house meeting, everyone. Guess what she just told me? But Janine doesn't have that motivation. Has money and an income and followers.
Then I'm glad she's gone. I'm glad she's gone. Because as people are voting out, and if she's one of the top 5 that are left, and she's going to be boring this early, then I don't want you boring at the end.
See, I don't think she was boring, but I mean, I also don't know that, I don't know why Arissa went so hard on her either. Like, I guess I understand both points.
I was so happy. Oh, God, I was so happy when Arissa did that.
But there have literally been people in this game who have given up. I don't feel she gave up. I just feel she realized, where am I supposed to go? But I guess where she was supposed to go was sell out Spicy. And I really just wanted to be like, really, Alyssa? That's what you wanted? You want Spicy in danger to go home week 2? Give me a break. If anything, I'm like, is this a little gaslighty here? Because I almost feel like production was probably the ones being like, oh, you shouldn't tell anyone. You want the girls to stick together. You don't want to out Spicy right now. You want the girls to stick together. You don't want this to be your legacy. You're trying to set an example for your kids. And then meanwhile, gets out on the stage and Arissa's like, why didn't you rip her apart? If I was her, I would have just been like, because the producers in the DR told me not to.
Ooh.
How's that? I don't need your money.
In fact, what I make here, I'm just donating to charity, okay? So, I have too much money.
Donating it to charity. Her turning the house more on Vivek was crazy also. That is true too. We kind of ran out of time. I wanted to get more into that with her. She is someone I would love to be able to come back and talk more with. She is so full of energy and so like, I don't know. I would love to talk to her more when it's not, monitored. Yeah. I'm like, if this is how you are.
But we're not allowed to until the season's over, right?
Yeah, we're not allowed to until the season's over. And she's also our age, so that's another one. She can also relate to us on she's our age and stuff. So Vivek might be in danger now. It seems like the people who are in danger going into this next week are a Vivek and a Bailey. What are your thoughts on Bailey? Do you like a Bailey?
I do like a Bailey. I do. I think probably, she's being low-key, just enough, I think. I think she's kind of flying under the radar a little bit. I think she's got conversations going, but I think she's being a little more strategic with them other than like Donna or... Oh, Avery's doing a good job too. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was just putting your title up there for that you think Bailey is being under the radar and strategic. Bailey is not. No, don't get me wrong. Not. She is strategic, or she's trying to be strategic, but she is in no way quiet. She is definitely stirring stuff up in that house. There was a lot
I think she is, but I think she's doing it in a different way where Vivek is more obvious. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I think her and Vivek have kind of the same strategy. I think she's just doing it a little better.
I don't know if she's doing it better because she turned on Janine this week. She's turning on Vivek. She kind of sold out, Vivek to, I think, Lexus in the Hot Chocolate Alliance about Vivek. She's doing a lot, and it's definitely getting on people's radars. I think as far as Anthony and Spicy are concerned, this is working to their benefit. Like, Janine was more outspoken, more vocal. It's easy to put a target on her. So now I think they got a Vivek, a Tola, a Bailey. These are people who now are the more outspoken people. This is going to be easy for, once again, Anthony and, Spicy to start placing some targets. What?
No, and I'm just thinking, because I'm reading my notes for the challenge Art of Betrayal, when the two VIPs had to compete and they had to answer questions. Who's the most annoying house guest? Donna. Who's the most full of themselves? Donna. Who's been the most fake so far? Donna.
Yes, so now, is that why you don't like Donna? I feel like people who don't...
All-Stars that they picked? Donna. Who's the biggest gossip? Donna. I'm surprised Donna isn't getting more heat after being named so many times during that comp.
You mean you're surprised she isn't giving so much? This, like, I feel like people
Yeah.
that don't like Donna because of that competition. I feel like it subconsciously puts stuff into people's heads. That's number
I
one.
yeah.
Number two, it was very clear what Anthony was doing. He was just picking the same person over and over so
Right.
that his team would have a chance to win. But this is where, when people are like, okay, Anthony's going to work with, Spicy. Anthony has Spicy's best interest. No, he doesn't. He literally went against her the first chance he got. Like, they agreed she was going to win and make the move. And then Anthony went, oh, on second thought, I'm just going to make up a reason. I don't like what she said to me before the comp. So now I decided that I'm going to. He's going to continue to fuck over Spicy
Uh-huh.
week after week, week after week. And I just think people are in denial about, her
Course.
blind loyalty to him and thinking that he
But I don't think
cares
she has
at
blind
all.
loyalty to him. I think she is starting to fill these people out, and she's
Mm.
building her own little team. But she's also working with Dougie. She was pissed when she walked in that room going, congratulations, oh my God, you did it.
Yeah,
It's just,
but
yeah.
then yet nothing. And
Week
then
one.
yet,
Week
and-
one.
well, and pissed and realized that he lied to you and went against what he said, and then
Right.
you have the
And
opportunity.
this is what I've learned week one. I'm not changing my strategy. I am just taking notes. Week one.
Yeah, but she
Week
didn't take
two.
notes. She went and gave all the notes to the person who just betrayed her.
Yeah.
She could have just sat there and said nothing. Instead, she went, oh, you lied to me and didn't do what you said and went against me. Here's
Well,
a
right, but
whole
that's
bunch
what I mean
more
by
ammunition.
Her kind of getting her followers and stuff and building her team. But she's also keeping track that, you know what, we had a plan, Dougie, and you didn't go through with the plan. So can I trust you? Probably not. Am I going to pretend like I can? Absolutely. It's week one.
I think she pretty much has Avery and that's it.
I wish I had a little button that I could put underneath you that says week one.
Yeah, week one. We're talking about week one. This is week one. I think it's horribly bad week one gameplay. I think rolling over for Anthony on week one is horrible gameplay.
I don't. I think she is feeling everything out.
Okay, well, we'll see how she feels this week out.
Okay.
Let's
And
see
I
how
just-
she feels week two and how she helps Anthony week two.
Well, she can always get on an Edie mattress.
Can we talk about why do they have to put the mattresses on the floor? Dogs sleep on the floor.
Okay, I couldn't understand why they had to strip the beds, put sleeping bags and plywood there. I thought, oh, good, the have-nots can't use a mattress. But no, we have to replace the mattress, the good mattresses that we have now, with the Edie. You know what I mean? It was the weirdest thing.
But that's always what they do. That's the same thing with slop. Like they put them on slop to give them skip the dishes. It's always like they punish them and make them like miss the thing, and then there's always the reward at the end of it.
But they never slept in the sleeping bags. Oh my gosh, there's sleeping bags. Where's our mattresses? And then they open the door. Oh my God, it's Edie.
It is just one big commercial. I do agree with
It's
that.
just one big commercial. Oh, when I was watching the pie eating contest, I was thinking about you.
Oh my God, first of all, for the 9 billionth time, we never, and I don't know how I need to keep explaining this, we never need to watch people vomiting on TV, talk about people vomiting on TV, hear vomiting noises on television, watching people gag, listening to people discussing the smell of the vomit. I don't need it. It didn't add anything to the show. Doesn't add anything. What is that adding to the show? Nothing? You're trying to get people to tune out.
I was more concerned with having to drink the glass of milk afterwards.
Yeah,
if I didn't vomit from the pie, I think washing it down with some cow's milk would have set me under.
I mean, who cares? I feel like everybody, it's just you put it up to your mouth and it goes everywhere. They're not drinking the milk.
Just,
Yeah, it's literally like, oh, I drank it, totally.
mm.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, look, it's all in my mouth. Oh, I
Oh
tried
my
my
God, I'm
best.
so klutzy.
So klutzy, throw the milk. But again, what was the point of that whole thing? To put them on slop for 2 days
Yeah.
so they could give them skip the dishes after.
Well,
It's just stupid.
Well, it's skip delivery. It's like
It's skip the
DoorDash.
dishes. Yeah, it's DoorDash. Skip the dishes is what it's called. It's skip
Oh.
now, but it used to be skip the dishes.
Do you have it in New York?
No, that's a Canadian thing.
Oh, okay.
Skip the dishes, eh?
Skip the dishes in order.
Skip the dishes, eh? And order. Skip the dishes and order, eh? That sounds like it sounds
Order.
an order. It sounds like what's your face, your boyfriend. I'm gonna order me Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious.
My hot toddy.
Oh, gross. Can we? Because I feel like if other shows do it, they're homophobic. But I feel that we can give an honest opinion about the gays, or the queers of the season, Dennis and Avery. I already told you, not a Dennis fan. I don't know. I mean, yes, I'm supporting him because he's our gay, but girl, just good God, man.
No, the
So
stupid
there's
gameplay. You just lost your card.
you just lost your card. But then there's Avery, lesbian.
I like.
I have to say I really like her too, and lesbians
And
normally
you?
scare me.
You don't like lesbians, but when she cried, I thought, what a wuss. And then she walked into that room and went, ah. And I was like, oh my God, you even fooled me, you little minx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Courtney says Bailey is bi, but dating a girl now. Look, I've said this on the show
Still in the
before.
queer community. Still in the queer community.
I said this on the show before. We're 40-year-old gays. There's no bi. It's just you're waiting to be full gay.
Right. Us 40-year-olds.
Us 40-year-olds, yeah. Welcome.
Together.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, Bailey's bi, but dating a girl now. Okay, great. I love Bailey. So
Love
Bailey is.
I think she's playing a good game.
She's an example of why lesbians scare me. But yeah.
You're attracted to them?
What? Oh, I am kind of attracted to her actually. No, she comes off. She has that like big dick energy, so it's very much like.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No, I get
Bailey.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely has that. So I mean, going into this week now, my fear is depending on who ends up in power, and to be honest, I forgot to look. I wonder if anyone in chat knows. Do we know who won yet? Do we know who won the HOH? I wonder if oh, we do? Okay. Any guesses on who won? Who do you want to win? If you could pick who you wanted to win.
Janine.
Well, she's not there.
Elijah.
You mean Goose? I'm never going to do it, but you do know that that's the exact way that I laughed my whole life. And when I had to train myself not to laugh like that.
I no idea.
I am a big I am a big laugher like that, but I don't do it I almost can't do it anymore because I trained myself not to.
Thank you.
I didn't want to honk while I laughed. So it can't. No, it's more like you're like choking while you laugh. Yeah.
Breathing.
So it came down to Spicy, Lexus, and Avery.
Anthony's
And
big mouth couldn't get that venom in there fast enough.
seriously. And
Seriously.
the winner is dun 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 dun, Spicy.
Oh, she's good. You don't like her game, but she's win. She needed to win.
Well, she needed to win, but is it just going to be Anthony's HOH part 2?
That's what's so exciting about week 2. We don't know.
And now it's going to be week 2. It's going to be Anthony's week again. Vivek and Dennis. Vivek and Dennis were the first 2 out, and Vivek, and I just said Vivek. Vivek is the target. Shocker.
And so the first 4 out are the have-nots, right?
I mean, Canada's weird when it comes to have-nots. Like, they do it one week, they don't do it for a few weeks, they do it again. But yeah, I think so. I think it is the first one. I'm
so sick of people just, I can't do it, Big Brother.
It's oatmeal. Just eat the fucking oatmeal.
You're not on Survivor, exactly.
You're like literally living in a house.
Hunting like rodents in the Australian outback. I mean, my God, those Survivor people are begging for slop.
Seriously, like, yeah. I literally, like, don't get me wrong. I would be miserable. You could tell me if I had to eat filet mignon for every single meal, I would probably end up hating it after a week. But my point is, it's just a week and then it'll be over. Get over it.
Exactly. And you probably slim down a little bit. So who cares?
You're on television.
You're on television and you're going to get all that bloatness off of you, right?
Yeah.
Because it's all that fiber.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
What are these people complaining about? Exactly. What is wrong with these people? Murder them all. Yeah. No. It's going to be interesting to see what Spicy does if Vivek is the target.
Yeah.
Again, that to me is an Anthony move, but at least she's going after a guy and not a girl.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, and not the girls. Hopefully she's trying to protect the girls. I think with her seeing how close Alexis is getting with Anthony bothers her because Spicy wants to be the number one, you know what I mean? And so that's why she went after Alexis and is like, we don't know if she never talks to us. Because if she has to put a girl up or whatever, it's going to be Alexis or whatever. Like, she's the most expendable of the girls.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah. I think a guy will go. I'm hoping that nothing changes.
Me too, Maureen. My chat finally reconnected. And Maureen says, I hope Vivek wins veto. I'm like, me too, Maureen. And YouTube chat.
I like Vivek. I very much like Vivek. I hope that he gets to stay around. I hope that
he's good looking too. I would have him and Todd. And even throw a little Elijah in, I could handle that. Yeah.
Okay, if you say so. Vivek for veto, says Courtney in chat. I agree. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Me too. I would love it. I would love it.
We will see what happens. We will, like I say, if you guys need a place to watch the dailies, we show them on our Discord, yourrealityrecaps.com/Discord. Make sure that you are following so that you can see the tweets and the notifications that go out for when we do them. We usually do it at night, usually sometimes around 11. I think everyone knows the deal. I'm live every day at 4, and then, dinners, and we go from there.
But yeah. I'm not.
No, you're not. You're
because I'm a casual viewer.
You're just a casual viewer. But, for the people that miss the live feeds, you basically get Eric live feeds starting at 4 p.m. until 3 in the morning. And I won't even say on this show, but there is a lot of drama. Law says, I can't wait for the newbies to come together and eventually one of them put Spicy and Anthony on the block together. I mean, I hate to say it. I don't see that happening this season.
I know, but it would be epic. It would be epic.
I think Vivek is probably one of the only chances for that to happen.
And they know
And they know it. And it will be poetic if we get an invisible HOH, and that's what an invisible HOH does. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So far, yeah, I like the cast. I'm having fun. It's good. It's good. Good times.
Well, Comedy Jonah, you and I will be back here next Thursday at noon to do this all over again.
Or either like I said, noon Eastern or noon Pacific.
Noon Eastern or noon Pacific, but probably noon Eastern. Okay. It'll be a noon either way. Right. We'll see how everything's working. Bye. Do you have any final thoughts, Comedy Jonah?
No, I'm liking the season. I'm liking everybody. I'm so glad to be back. It's so great to see everyone in the chat. And yay, I missed everyone.
Love you all. Don't worry. I promise I will work on the audio again, and we'll try and get it working better. Bye for now. Bye.